What happens in a marriage if there's a loss of libido?
Loss of libido happens, and it could be due to a couple of different things. One is sometimes age, obviously, but also sex is set at the pace of the lowest libido. So let's just keep that in mind. And because the one who has the stronger sex drive usually has more of a disappointment and a more desire to have sex, and the lower libido isn't really rare and ready to go. So loss of libido could be lack of confidence. It could be a performance issue where perhaps the partner that they're with could intimidate them a little bit. They may be a little bit more advanced, so therefore their confidence level, self-esteem, self-image, has diminished the libido. It could be medication. It could be diet. It could be lack of exercise. These are the things you may want to look at and talk to a doctor about, but you can also talk to your partner about what your sexual culture is. How often does sex feel natural for you? And perhaps your partner needs sex more often than you do, but your desire and need for sex is less. You can find the happy medium by talking about it.
Do you ever find that both partners want the same amount of sex?
No.
Does that ever happen?
Normally it's at first, usually this first, time where you're first getting together, that first 6 months and all the chemistry, you're really desiring that person. It's really hot and heavy. However, it does taper off usually after 6 months because that old adrenaline charge is a chemistry boost. So typically you find that one tapers and one doesn't necessarily continue to have that same desire. But that's okay because you can talk about it and you can see what works for the both of you. Sometimes, I tell couples they have to make an appointment to have sex just to get back on track and get the momentum going.
So, is there any way to increase the libido of your partner?
Well, you can make that partner feel more desired, right? A lot of it could be emotional. If it's not physical, then it's emotional. And if it's emotional, then you have to let your partner know that you truly desire them. And also, after sex, foreplay should begin again. That means right after the sexual act, you start flirting, you start complimenting, you stroke them, physically, emotionally, so that the romance and the desire for sex continues. Okay?
Is there any way to reduce the libido?
Why would you want to do that?